Hello and welcome to HobbyCraft, the home of good ideas. My name's Hannah and today, as you can tell, I've gone a little bit giant rosette crazy. So these are so simple to make and they're perfect for any party, just to make it something really special. And you can hang them as they are behind or put them in the centre of tables. They're just beautiful. You can even make them tiny and make them into napkin holders. So, to make our giant rosettes, which are the best rosettes, we need to get 2 sheets of A1 paper and we need to lay them on top of each other, and then we need to make a fan out of these 2 sheets of paper. So you fold forward, and I'm folding to about 8 to 10 centimetres. So you fold forward and then you turn it over and then you fold across again. And then you keep repeating this until you get to the end. So once you've folded all your paper to the very end, you form this sort of fan shape here. Now, you just need to score that. You just need to score that down with a pair of scissors so you've got a nice even line at each end, like so. And then what you need to do is you need to separate your 2 pieces of paper. Keep them both the right way up, but just separate them for now. So this piece of red paper is going to form the back of my rosette. So what I need to do is take my scissors and just trim around the edge a sort of petal shape, kind of semicircle, and do the same on the other end. And just discard that bit there. So this will form the outer edge of the rosette. And because it's going to form the outer edge of the rosette, it needs to be the widest length of paper. So we take our second section of paper and we cut it to about 10 centimetres down either side with the same sort of petal shape, semicircle shape. Now, after we've done this, we need to place this back into the red. So carefully just link it back in. Now the great thing is because you folded them both together, they're both exactly the same with the folds. So you just plonk him in there, super easy to do. So now you can see we've got our lovely red colour behind and then our blue colour in front. But we need one more circle in there. So what I'm going to do is take some crepe paper, which is great because it's really malleable paper, and I'm just going to trim it to about there, just straight across, and then open that up, and I'm just going to tuck that in between the folds. So just use both hands and just stuck it in between the folds like so. And just make sure that it's in a straight line because it's easy to go a bit wonky with this. And then we need to just cut off the ends, like so. You can be rough with this because you're not actually going to see it in the end anyway. Get rid of him. And then what you want to do is you want to find the central point. So to do this, you need to fold your fan in half, like that. It's a bit heavy, so you need to give it a bit of a bash. And then we take some wire. This is some quite thin jewellery wire, and just unravel that to about a sort of 60 centimetre-ish. And then we just need to cut off the end there. And then we wrap that around the middle. And then just twist it tight so it's nice and secure. Just twist it around like that. And we're going to hold on to these ends because we're going to need them a bit later. And then we're just going to open up our rosette shape. So to secure the sides, we just take our stapler, and simple bish bash bosh, just staple it all the way up the top. And then we do the same on the other side. And you can see this sort of flower shape forming. So we just staple 3 staples up the side, each side. And now you can see your beautiful rosette shape. Now to finish it off, we just want to cut a little circle to go in the middle. So we just take a piece of card, we can use some of the excess card we had from the ends, and just cut that bit away, and just cut a circle out from the middle. Doesn't have to be too neat, it's just something to finish it off with. And then we're just going to glue that there. So now we've got our beautiful giant rosettes ready to hang up in any gorgeous party. So to hang them, what you need to do is turn it over, and I'm going to use this lovely red ribbon. So we just kind of take a length of that and just snip off the end. And then we need to attach that to this wire that we left over from the end. So if you just tie a knot around that, and then just wrap the wire a little bit in a loop around that end just to secure it. And we just cut off those nasty spiky ends with our pliers, and we turn him around, and there we go. Beautiful.